Good afternoon. This is Larry H. Gardner of the Headlines Headaches on VoiceRadio.com and the Headline Eye on Nerve DJs. I thank for everybody that tuned in this past Tuesday with my interview with City Councilman Michael Polunzik. There'll be some more upcoming interviews with candidates running for City Council and judicial races and, the mayor within the next coming months, and some other public safety things that are going on. So if you have just heard the news not too long ago, I was actually taking a self-care day, pretty much, and this, first of all, everything that's been going on is particularly wild. And as I was doing this, I just scrolled across my particular news feed. The passing of Terry Bollea, aka Hulk Hogan, former WWE superstar, wrestler, WCW, every wrestling faction that he has been in. Despite the politics of recent years and some of the stuff that Hulk Hogan has been saying, that he was reason that the wrestling business came into America homes like mine. Him and Vince McMahon, former WWE owner, Vince McMahon has come in there. Also, we realized that we had the deaths of actor, poet, musician, Malcolm Jamal Warner, African-American man who died in a drowning, as we get details of what happened with Malcolm over in Costa Rica, and also rock star Ozzy Osborne, who passed away, and we also got Robbie of City High, things of that nature. Here's the weird part, and of course the Lorraine cops that got shot yesterday, as details are coming about that. This is to me, Julian McMahon, that everybody said, well, celebrity deaths do come in threes or fours, this is if you're not watching what's going on in the country and in the world period today, that there's a whole bunch of, with the Texas flooding, the disaster that claimed 100 and something odd lives, with all the stuff that's going on with, the guy in Jacksonville with police brutality. I mean, humanity has been, I know everybody says life be lifing, but humanity is losing humanity and humans. Let me just explain what I just said. Humanity is losing humans, and all over the place. And it's time for us to, whatever creator, whatever higher power we believe in, we need to focus to live right, because you never know when today may be your last day. I don't know when today is going to be my last day. Ever since my mother passed in March, and as you know, that I was very, still missing her throughout the other stuff that I've been doing. Life can, your lifespan can end at any time. And the thing about it is, what have you done as human to contribute to humanity, to your family, pretty much to social conscience in general? And if you haven't contributed, then all of a sudden you're not here anymore. You're gone. You're gone. And people talking about this Obama thing or whatever that Trump's trying to pull or whatever, as far as the Epstein files and everything else. I'm just going to say this, is that for those of you who want to go into still worship this, I can't even call him a president anymore, the elected official that calls himself the president of the United States, maybe you should watch who you follow. Hulk Hogan followed. So I'm not saying that, this was the reason for his demise, but I'm just saying that, you got things that you have to, before you meet your maker, you have things that you have to be accountable for in this lifetime. Now, let's go back to what just happened today and yesterday. This ain't been, usually, this is like, I've never seen Michael Manston, other celebrities, a guy from Star Wars, all this other stuff that passed away, Connie Francis, all these other people that have passed. But this has been the course of a month. July not even over with yet, that we had natural disasters, tragedies, celebrity deaths. But this has been more frequent than I've seen in my lifetime. I'm about to turn 50 next month. And I'm not playing with people. I'm not playing around no more. I'm going to say what I'm going to say and do what I need to do to make sure that my legacy to leave to my son and to anybody else that knows me knows that, being a good human is very, very much important. The sickening thud of every single death that has happened and has hit, because it's not, Malcolm hit African American men like myself who looked up, who watched him play Theo Huxtable on The Cosby Show. A lot of people who are rock stars, who are rock musicians, and musicians in general, saw inspiration in Ozzy Osborne. And those who are in professional wrestling or wrestling in general, or just love WWE. I'm a fan of WWE. I watch Raw and SmackDown. No SmackDown's coming tonight. Coming to Cleveland Friday. Tomorrow. If they're not here already. I looked at those things and I seen it's just a lot. The process of the mind to this information, it's a lot of, it's a lot to process. Of course, it's a lot to process, but we got to remember that we need to live our lives the correct way, because we don't know when it's our last day on this planet. We have people who lost children to violence, to gun violence. We are losing people to accidents, to everything, to just... The one thing that's inevitable is death, and your final day on this earth. And so few and far between. Hold on, please. Sorry about that. I apologize. That was a phone call I had to take. So remember your humanity. Remember your humanity, people. Remember to be a good human to people. Remember not to use and abuse and lie to folk. I know that it's easier said, and it's like some people but no matter, the thing about it is, if they treat you a certain way, then you have to, act accordingly. But always remember to be a good human, and and pray to your Creator, because you don't know when you're gonna see Him. You don't know. The weirdest part, you don't know when you're gonna see Him again. And the weirdest part about this whole process, and excuse me, got some stuff to do. I got donuts coming. Is that the weirdest part about this whole thing is that I don't think anybody had this on their bucket list for 2025. I know I didn't have my mother going in 2025. I don't know. I didn't know about none of these people leaving this earth for 2025. I didn't have this, and like 2025 actually sucks right now for me. Just saying. The only thing is since I'm getting a year older. So take care of one another. Period. It's weird that I had to come on and say this, but thank you GMS, thank you Courtney. But it's just a lot right now. It's a lot of stuff going on, a lot to process. But just remember to be good humans to other human beings. This differences of opinion and political stuff, because none of this Democrat, Republican stuff doesn't matter when you leave this earth. I got some stuff next week. I'm going to announce it either on Monday or Tuesday about who the next guest is going to be. I already got the confirmation of the guest. I'll let you guys know in the next couple of days via social media. I love you guys. Take care of yourselves and each other. Peace.